Welcome back to Recap World, where we break down the most compelling historical dramas hitting your queue. Today, we are diving deep into the staggering plot of House of Guinness, a story so drenched in secrets and scandal it makes 19th century Dublin look like a tinderbox waiting for a match. Skip the binge and let us recap the entire saga for you. The clock starts ticking in 1868, right at the opulent, yet tense, funeral of Sir Benjamin Guinness, the patriarch who transformed a local brewery into a global empire. With Benjamin gone, the keys to this vast, beer-soaked kingdom fall into the hands of his 4 adult children, each already teetering on the edge of crisis. There is Arthur, the wee dandy just returned from the cosmopolitan sprawl of London; Edward, the passionate and business-savvy second son; Anne, the confident socialite; and Ben, the disturbed youngest, struggling under the weight of severe gambling debts and alcohol dependency. He even rejects an offer from his sweetheart, Christine, to pay his debts if he would only give up drink. Before the coffin is even lowered, the volatile political reality of Ireland slams home. The anti-British Fenian movement riots outside, forcing Arthur's foreman, Sean Rafferty, to use measured violence to clear the streets, an act that earns him the loyalty of the warehousemen and a pay raise from Anne. The crisis accelerates when Sir Benjamin's will is read. It immediately traps the siblings in an unwanted partnership. The entire brewery is divided jointly between Arthur and Edward, but it comes with a crippling condition. If either brother renounces their role in the business, they forfeit every part of their inheritance. This immediately destroys Edward's initial plan to buy Arthur out and forces Arthur, who despises brewing, to stay. Anne is completely cut out due to her marital status, while Ben receives only a paltry monthly trust fund designed to starve his destructive gambling and drinking habits. Anne, meanwhile, travels to Galway where she suffers a miscarriage but is inspired toward philanthropy by a local nurse, Sultan, who recounts the devastation of the Great Famine. Her new mission to help the poor is born from tragedy. Meanwhile, the external threats solidify. Local Fenian leader Patrick Cochrane sends a message by torching the Guinness cooperative, while his sister, Ellen Cochrane, begins sniffing around Dublin's dark corners. She targets Bonnie Champion, the man who runs Guinness exports and controls illicit dock businesses, demanding information on Arthur's expensive and scandalous secrets, namely his covert use of Bonnie's male prostitutes. Blackmail is now inevitable. A shaken Arthur is forced to reject his lover Michael and must remain in Dublin, desperately seeking respectability to counter the threat. Edward tasks Anne with the desperate job of finding suitable wives for both of them, acknowledging Arthur's complication. The Fenians and Bonnie combine their power, threatening to expose Arthur unless he pays cash or, worse, publicly supports their cause in Parliament. This desperate situation drives Arthur into a strategic, cold-blooded arrangement with Lady Olivia Hedges, a cash-poor member of the landed gentry. They agree to a lavender marriage. Arthur gets aristocratic respectability, and Olivia secures a lavish lifestyle, with both agreeing to lead entirely separate, private, intimate lives. Edward, capitalizing on the political moment, embraces the ancient harp of Brian Boru as the new Guinness brand symbol, intentionally linking the beer to Irish national identity. The wedding is meant to solve the image problem, but it only creates new, more immediate dangers. Lady Olivia is instantly captivated by the rugged warehouse foreman, Rafferty, who has a history of fulfilling Arthur's intimate duties. The affair ignites quickly. Arthur's recklessness reaches a peak as he attempts to rig his own election by buying votes. Edward tracks him down, furious at the corruption, but finds Arthur postcoital with his former schoolmate, Lord Arthur Pelham Clinton, and admits Arthur finally seems truly happy. Despite Edward's concerns, the rigging fails and Arthur's election victory is voided in court due to the bribery charges, severely damaging the Guinness name. The internal and external lines are now completely blurred. Edward, seeking advice on dangerous New York deals facilitated by Byron Hedges, who cut a deal giving the American Brotherhood 15% of every bottle, begins an intense affair with Ellen Cochrane herself. Arthur, shockingly, starts actively arranging for Rafferty to spend more and more time with Lady Olivia, tacitly encouraging the very relationship that was meant to be politically distant. Back in Dublin, the direct consequence of Edward's American expansion erupts. The profit-sharing funds American Fenian attacks on the British, leading to immediate British retaliation and the arrest of Patrick Cochrane. Edward confesses his affair with Ellen to Arthur. To save face and secure Patrick's freedom, Edward arranges his release on the brutal condition that Patrick is immediately exiled to New York, leaving Ellen heartbroken and feeling manipulated. Meanwhile, Ben, having relapsed into drinking and married another woman, drives his original love, Christine, to a near-suicide attempt. But Arthur is already playing a dangerous game of his own. He begins a secret, intimate relationship with Patrick, unaware that Patrick is now working under duress for the embittered Reverend Henry Grattan, who organizes a police bust to destroy Arthur's reputation. Patrick saves Arthur from capture, forcing Arthur to end their relationship to protect him. The cost of maintaining the Guinness bloodline becomes horrifyingly clear when Lady Olivia discovers she is pregnant by Rafferty. Arthur, terrified of a public scandal that could destroy his political future and saddle him with a bastard heir, forces Lady Olivia to return to London for a secret abortion. The weight of these secrets prompts Arthur and Edward to finally work together to neutralize their biggest threat, serving Bonnie Champion a notice to quit, offering him a final payment for his silence, and strategically demolishing the Dock properties, physically eliminating the source of their blackmail vulnerability. Edward attempts to achieve personal stability by marrying Adelaide, an alliance based on mutual respect and shared interests in philanthropy. But the fatal threads are already woven. Patrick Cochrane, having been forced into exile and used as a proxy for the Fenians, returns to Dublin illegally, carrying a clear, deadly instruction from the Brotherhood: murder Arthur Guinness. As the election day dawns, Arthur struggles one last time with Olivia and Rafferty's forbidden intimacy. He gives Olivia an ultimatum: run away with Rafferty in dishonor or end the affair. Olivia claims she will end it, but immediately vows in secret to continue their desperate romance. Edward receives a specific warning letter from Ellen and tasks Rafferty with finding Patrick, but they come up empty. When Rafferty finally makes contact with Ellen at the rally, she agrees to signal him with a whistle if she sees her brother, but only if he promises to arrest Patrick, not kill him. Arthur delivers his rousing parliamentary speech to the Dublin constituents. As he speaks, a man's nod cues several others to start a fight. This disturbance draws Rafferty and his men into the crowd and away from the entrances. With the doors unmanned, Patrick slips in undetected, grabs a hidden gun, and aims it at Arthur. Ellen spots her brother with the gun and blows a whistle to alert Rafferty, but as she does, Patrick fires a single shot. The legacy, the secrets, the brewery, everything hangs in that single, shattering moment. If you can't wait to see the fallout from that incredible, tragic ending, then smash that like button and hit subscribe to Recap World. Tap the screen now to join our community and never miss a breakdown of the biggest shows in history. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Arthur survived the shot? Or is the future of the dynasty now Edward's alone? Until next time, stay thirsty for drama.